All right, folks, this is just a quick update on Swipe. We're looking at ALGO right now, but let's go look at Swipe right now. So basically, from this zone here, like I was indicating on high time frame, this zone here got bought up quickly. Now, I thought it was going to be, a hammer, but it invalidated that because now this is engulfing that. So this basically means it's been making lower highs and lower lows. I really believe it's going to hit this zone. So see this candle here? That's basically what's going to happen here, and it's going to wick into this area, into this zone here. This is the zone that I've been waiting for a while. So this zone here, I didn't see this until I started looking at the chart a little closely. Then save another chart that I did, or I was trying to show resistance, support. So this was a great area of support and resistance, supply, demand, however you want to call it. Well, I shouldn't say that because there's a big difference between both of them. But resist, supply, and the demand zone, and then support. So this became a demand. Price took off to these highs. So this was a demand, and this was a support. It came back down. It went up. It came down. It got sold off. So this led to this sell-off. This zone here became a supply. When it came back up, it served as a resistance. It got sold off, and then it just burst through. It came back down and almost near tested this zone here, which again in the past was demand, support, and supply zone. Now this is a critical demand zone. Now, since this is happening, I think this candle here is not going to form here. I'll retract what I just said a few minutes ago. Just rewind. This candle here is going to be formed somewhere here, or possibly price wicking here. So what I'm trying to say here, we could have possibility of something like this, but it's going to be on this zone here. So this is basically what I'm saying, that we may have that going on, but it may happen here. All right, so in the lower time frame, we may have what occurred here. It got bought up. Again, in the lower time frame is a little bit more, I don't want to say obvious, but it's a little bit more apparent that this was a critical zone here. See this candle? This was a bullish hammer candle. It got formed here, and everything just got bought up. Now, it got rejected at this zone here. I personally said that this zone was needed to be claimed in order for this to go higher. I actually thought it was going to come and retest this here when this support held. It got sold off, and I believe it's going to get sold off back to this zone. If not, as long as I maintain a higher low from this wick to here. But to me, this would be the zone that it must hold in a high time frame, which is $1.23, $1.22. All right, we can have a wick here, but it has to close below $1.22 for this to be bearish. I'm still bearish. A couple of weeks ago, I did not think that this could happen, that this could go as low as 50 cents. I didn't think that. I thought that was out of the question. And again, this all depends on what BTC does. Could this happen? Possibly. Not certain, but anything can happen in crypto. We've seen BTC dump from 10,000 to 3,800, do a V bottom, and take up and grind down and then take off. Could we have something here like this? Possibly. Could it come to the zone? I don't know. Should you have some buys there? Why not? You can have a crazy wick and things can bounce there. So, you know, why not? Just, you know what I mean? Just have your buys there. 6 cents to 127, 6 cents. I'll be shocked if it gets down here. That means BTC has made new lows, so that this comes down to 6 cents. So let's not look too far ahead. These are the two zones I'm looking at. Okay, price, as long as it maintains above 122 on a low time frame, there's a slight opportunity that we can grind back up to the ultimate targets. Come here, something like this, and there. That's what the original target. But to me, it cannot close below 122. Right, that to me would tell me it will come here, have a weak bounce, possibly bearish retest of here before it continue down. On a high time frame, it's not looking too good. It's already closing below this candle, it's engulfing this candle. On a high time frame, it seems like this zone is going to hit, and we possibly have 75 cents to 45 to 50 cents. I thought those targets would not be hit. I thought those were just fantasies. To be honest with you, I thought for this targets to hit, we needed BTC to dump, and BTC hasn't even dumped. So there's a good possibility, guys, that it could come here. If you're holding long term or something, you're staking on chain, like I am, and like others are, I would just hold, man. Just don't even buy anything for keeps yet in this market. It looks a little bad, only if you're doing intraday trading. So let's go down to the 3-day. Again, it has to maintain a higher low from here. All right, so as long as it respects the higher low from that wick, as I keep saying, but the weekly doesn't look too good. The new weekly begins tomorrow. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this week closes, but I think it's going to close bearish the rest of the week. So I think these targets down here are going to be hit. Maybe when it comes here, we're going to have a little nice bounce for a nice intraday play if anyone would do that. So if it comes around here, something like this, recovers that, you go long, or it comes here and then just go sideways, you can go long with a stop loss below here. So just be on the lookout to see how that plays out, but wait for price to come here and see how it settles. Now, if price comes down, settles along this support, goes sideways, you can go in with a sort of a high risk, medium risk, with a stop loss below there. It has to hold above here. Okay, this is a bullish order block. This is the uptrust candle, so price should generally possibly come here, consolidate along here, but I think it's going to dip below 122. Again, it closes below there. I'm bearish, so let's hope for price to hold 122, consolidate for a little play back up to here. Hindsight, this was sort of a double top. I said that I needed to range along here, have a clean breakout of these levels, and one will go long with a stop loss below. That didn't happen, or else one could have waited for a breakout or retest and wait for it to consolidate along here and then go long. All right, I don't know if anyone took the trade. I don't know if anyone took the trade from these levels to here or from here to this level here. This was a fake out. You call a deviation, a lower time frame. I'm not sure if anyone took it. I wasn't believing a deviation. So this was a fake out. It was consolidating a lower time frame, and then it just sold off. So you can say this was a deviation. This can say no, this one was a deviation as well. So, honestly, if I was looking at this, I probably would have taken it with a stop loss below. Okay. Again, these targets are going to hit. They're going to be hit. This here, possibly looking to here. So be on the lookout. All right, just wait. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of bullish stuff on this project. I guess time and patience. That's all I got for Swipe. Let's look at Swipe BTC. And folks, at any time, if you guys want me to chart anything else, just let me know. Right, I don't mind charting. Just send me a message on YouTube. I'll get to it around. It might not be right away, but I'll get to it. But I have to disclose that if you want charts to be charted, just request for high time frames. High time frames from the 3-day to the weekly to the monthly, even the daily. If you're looking for something like possible intraday, that's fine, but I'll probably take a preference over high time frame and then get to the ones in the low time frame. One of the reasons is that The market is kind of bearish. It's really choppy. We've had bounces the past few days, yes. But like I say, I believe my strengths are more up here and in between here. Here, okay. Anyway, probably shouldn't say that. Probably lose my little tiny followers that I have, but that's fine. I want to be transparent. Here, a full reset and possibly a 127. Let's go this white back around here, and let's look at Swipe, KuCoin. There's longer history. Look at the BTC. This is an old chart, guys. This is basically around these levels. Someone alerted us of this coin and the hype, and most of us entered here. Some of us entered here. I entered around here. You see how this consolidated? That's basically what you wanted to see when you have an impulse, then you have a correction, and you want just price to hold along a support, and then you would take it or stop loss below, and hopefully price runs up. That did not happen over here in the low time frame on Swipe USDT. Basically, what I was talking about here, basically up here, see up here, have an impulse, and you have sort of a correction, and then over here in high time frames. So that's basically what you had. You had an impulse and build a base without dipping below, close below, just hanging around in low time frames. Like, you know, it's like building a base. You have this impulse comes down on the base, never closes below, wicks below, gets bought up, and then you have a runoff. And someone could have taken this and a clean break out of this level with a stop loss below. But anyway, so now this is the KuCoin chart again. I entered early and I sold too early, but that's fine. Trying to see. It would be around these levels I would be interested on, which of these levels is this is like the bearish order block, supply zone. So these are this area I would be interested for a nice bounce, to be honest. Around these levels here. So basically almost has support. It got bought up. Support bought up. It wigged down to these levels, but price ran through there. This is a support. This is a bearish order block or supply zone, a lower time frame there. I will just highlight it. You guys can see. So I will go down to the 12-hour, and basically this whole zone just sold off. It couldn't hold there. This was a massive sell-off. Okay, someone would have said downward wedge, built the base, broke up, play it. Around here, I thought it was going to come back down to here. But I didn't buy here. I waited. I forget where I bought, but anyway, jabbering right now. So you see this here, bought up. You zoom in, bought up, sold off, fell to close above, fell to close above, fell to close above, led to a sell-off. Rejected, came down, bought up, tried to come down here, bought up. I believe it's gonna come here. So this is something that I noticed. So everyone thinks I'd like to use demand and supply, but I tried to study it a little bit more to get a better understanding, because not all demands and supplies work equally, or they don't work as technically sound, so you gotta look for other stuff. What I noticed is that when price takes off, right? We can say this area here is all, this is a solid demand here. Also, if this does not hold, I expect this will be the secondary level for price to hold, okay? If that zone does not hold, this will be the next zone that I will look for price to hold. Okay, so I'll make this the primary one. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, so this will be the next zone. The reason why I say this here is that price, it took off from here. The price, when it went from here, this is the origin of this whole move. This is the origin of this move that led to that move. So this is the actual origin. Not here, but here. This is the true origin of this whole move here. Price eventually will return back to here. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that what I've noticed, when you have a demand zone like this one that led to this move in this low time frame, usually when price retraces and then takes off for a bigger move, when price returns back, usually this level would hold. So this level here, I expect this level on a lower time frame to have a nice bounce of this level. So it goes into the zone. So this will be the high time frame. So this one here will be the high time frame. Let me put it. This is the high time frame demand block, or demand zone. Okay. Okay, so this will be the high time frame demand zone. All right. Please bear with me. Okay, so this would be the high time frame demand zone. Now, something else that I learned when looking at demand, when you have a demand, when in a demand from a high time frame to a low time frame, that demand zone is actually greater. It means it has more importance. Okay, so not just because this is one demand inside another bigger demand, it's because what I've noticed in the past is when we have a demand and price, the origin of that move leads to a big correction. But that first retrace from the origin of the move from this to here, this zone usually serves as the next demand, the big rally, the next rally. So I expect price to return somewhere around here and form and do a nice bounce off here. Okay, now this is the area we're going to have to keep a watch on. And the dash lines. Nope. Okay, so really like that. I'll be darkening it up a little more. What the heck? There we go. All right. So it'll be this zone here. Okay. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna say this is 12 hour. You can show low time frame. All right. I'll put this at the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. I should have had this beforehand, but I'll try to do all this beforehand next time. Okay. I apologize. All right. So that should be the next demand zone. I'm sorry. I just get caught up with the details. I apologize. Okay, so that should be, price should come down. It's not gonna go straight down, it's gonna come down, up, and I believe this is the next demand zone. Now let's go to the high time frame. On the high time frame, you don't see it. Sometimes the demand zones on the high time frame don't seem too obvious. So you have to go into a lower time frame to find the demand zone. But this here is the origin of this whole move. Look at this in the high time frame. Base, base, base up, came down and took off. So on a high time frame, I believe it will ultimately come here. Impulse, correction, huge move. If we go to a lower time frame, impulse, correction, huge move that led to this rally here. Okay, you come down from here, price should bounce up. Let's see if it retraces all the way back up to here, back up to these levels when it comes down. So this is the zone to keep an eye on, guys. Just basically, I hope I was a little clear, guys. If I confused you anytime, please let me know. There it is, 87.90. Okay, this is a good zone here. Price will come here. Hopefully it wicks into here. We have a little nice little rally, nice little pump, but I believe price ultimately is going to come here. Okay, I believe it's going to come here. This is basically an uptrust candle that lets it sell off. No, 3-day time frame. Build the base, never dip below. I just never looked at this chart on the high time frame when I was looking at it, else I probably would have entered here. Impulse, correction, then sell off, led to that. This is the true origin, this whole rally in the high time frame. Eventually it will come back here. Well, I shouldn't speak in absolute. This is the origin of this whole move. Okay. Impulse comes down, lower time frame. This is the demand zone. You have a nice bounce off here. All right, I hope I was clear on this. So let's keep an eye for these zone here. Can come down, have a little bounce, but I think this zone here should hold. Come across. We draw this across here. We have some wicks, bought up. We draw this here across. This is just straight sell off. This is when BTC went to 3,800. Can't even count that. Okay, you see these wicks, bought up, rejected, bought up. I believe around that zone is, I think it's going to be a good play. Okay, guys, so this could possibly, I think it's a good play here. All right, that's ALGO. I'm gonna do. That's right. I'm gonna do ALGO because this is one of my long-term picks. To be honest, so I'm a little biased towards it. So basically, I think around here, I got in again, and I sold half my bags. I didn't sell the top. I sold, I think, not here. I sold somewhere around here. I was gonna make another high here, and I sold around here. I didn't sell the bird top, but it did hit the fib levels, which is a good thing. I thought it was gonna run up to the 161, come here, and I was trying to hold for the 161, so I sold here. On a high time frame, got rejected from the 127. We have to see how far down this retrace is going to be. It's holding here. I think just from looking at it from this perspective, price should have a nice bounce along these band here between 23 cents and 22 cents. But I think price ultimately is going to come here. It's going to have a full reset again and possibly come near, as long as it maintain a higher low from all-time low. Slight possibility here. Let's go over here real quick. I actually made this long-term chart. It's the one I'll share with you guys on this is a chart that I was playing way back. Someone had told me about this coin, and then I did research, and then I bought in around here. I bought small here, then I bought one large. Big ass swing failure. Swing failure, failed to close above this critical level. I really thought this was going to close above here. Closed above here, it was gone. Gonna be gone. I have a full reset to 20 cents. I think this is going to happen. I'm trying to find that chart. Was it Korean? Excuse me, folks. Sorry. Here it is. So this is a chart I started clean with. So this was my analogy. Like I told folks it was going to have a nice bounce from 26 cents in a lower time frame. That occurred. Just read my notes. The reason I thought this was critical zone is because this is a zone that it failed to flip. It flipped here, but it's just tried before so much. Now I don't believe this is going to hold. I think it's going to come down here 20 cents. From here we're going to have a very good bounce. Not sure how high. If not, if this zone does not hold, I believe it will go back to lows and possibly make new lows. Okay, so I'll post this again on the video, but that's all I got. You go on a lower time frame, so it did hold 26 cents. It went low, 26.34. Okay, but that's on held. It had a nice bounce. I posted on CT. I didn't play it. My hands were all tied up. And then I thought it was going to go as high as possibly 38 to 40 cents. It wicked to 37, so close enough. Now it's coming here. As long as it maintains a higher low from here, the price should continue to rally up as I have it here on high time frame. As long as it makes a higher low from these. This low, you can even say, well, you can even say well, price here. Now you can even say, well, as long as price stays inside this band, is good. It just cannot close below here. Okay, held support, held. When I said 26 cents was going to hold, I actually didn't do this trend line here. I was looking more at what's going on, what happened in the past, bounce, rejection. I failed to flip the zone, all these wicks. So I felt this was a critical area here. Yeah, 26 cents, I expect a nice price movement. So I didn't even enjoy this trend lines, but price can come back down, break below. This is a crucial one here. But I do believe ultimately it's coming back down here. So anyone who's out there for ALGOs, just be cautious. Try to build a position. I would ladder up from here. Not much though. Let's see how price behaves. I do believe the price will come back down between these three levels. By possibility, we could have this wick go here in a low time frame, get sold here, and then bought up so fast. Well, that's all I got, folks. If you liked the video, just let me know. Again, you want any coins for me to chart in high time frames, I will gladly do it. Intraday, you can request it, and we can do a price analysis to see theoretically how price will behave, and we can go from there. No financial advice. I have to be full disclosure on that. No financial advice. This is just theoretical price analysis on how price could move please. I know sounds old and dumb. Use proper risk management. Basically enter, have your stop loss below a key level, a key support level. I try to optimize my entries on key levels on high time frames. So there's a demand level or supply level previously or currently. So I try to look at high time frame. So by me looking at high time frame, I try to optimize my entry. Then I go to low time frames and try to get an entry near that support level that's on a high time frame, or that supply level that's on a high time frame. Supply at the previous times can become demand or support at a later time. Okay, so if you're in a 4 hour and you're trading on the 1 hour, you look at the 4 hour to use trade in the 1 hour for the trend. Use the 4 hour to try to enter. Use the 4 hours to identify key support levels, demand levels, or supply levels. Then go down to the lower time frame and try to have your entry near those levels so you can position your stop losses near those levels, if that made any sense. All right, folks, we'll talk another time. I don't post videos as often. I've just been posting only Swipe, and I'll be posting some ALGO charts videos soon, and we can possibly do a live stream. I just want to get a little more acclimated to the streaming stuff and see how it goes. All right, thanks.